Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is accusing the Prime Minister of manipulating his way to a majority government after one of his MPs crossed the floor this week. Poilievre making the comments in an interview with the Canadian press on Friday, one day after Markham-Unionville MP Michael Ma sent shockwaves through Ottawa, announcing he would be joining the Liberal caucus. The switch puts the Carney government one seat shy of a majority. Poilievre says that the will of the Canadian people must be respected.
So let's give a warm welcome to our newest member of the Liberal Party.
Ma joined the Prime Minister on stage at the Liberals' Christmas party on Thursday evening, one day after attending the Conservatives' party. He's the second Conservative MP to cross the floor in recent weeks, with Nova Scotia-based MP Chris d'Entremont joining the Liberals back in early November. Joining me now is Peter MacKay, former Foreign Affairs Minister. Thank you for joining me this morning, Peter.
My pleasure, Lauren. Good to be with you.
So, Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is responding to this floor crossing, saying that the Prime Minister is trying to manipulate a majority that he was denied in the election. Your thoughts on that? Is that the right approach?
Well, I'm sure it's smart. It's a difficult thing to lose members, and in this fashion, right before Christmas, all of it is very cynical, to be sure. And there's a disingenuous element to floor crossing and defection. Let's be clear. And we'll never know. We will never know what incentives were offered, what those discussions looked like. But I think overall, it leaves Canadians very uncertain about the unsavory nature of crossing the floor on the eve of a budget, or in this case, heading into the Christmas holidays. Ironically, this individual, Mr. Ma, was attending a Christmas party with the Conservatives, and then the very next night went to a Conservative party or a Liberal Christmas party to announce his defection. So I can understand, how some people are feeling that this is not a good look, although it certainly moves the dial for Mr. Carney to get his majority, even though that's not what Canadians gave him in the last election.
Were you surprised by the move?
I was, quite frankly. I think, you can always try to contextualize what happened in each instance. The previous defector was feeling quite let down by his own party because he didn't get a certain position he was seeking within the party. I don't really know a lot about this individual, and I don't think many Canadians do. The Conservatives, I think, are going to have to do a little bit of introspection themselves about the nomination process. This was a seat that was held by Member of Parliament Bob Soroya for the Conservative Party, and he was sort of edged out by Mr. Ma in the run-up to this last election. So, there's always ways to try to spin what has happened here. I don't know what, if any, real explanation was given, other than Mr. Ma seemed to think he would perhaps be better off with the Liberal Party on the governing side. And look, again, it's undeniable that the government can offer more in terms of committee chair positions, help for the constituency. We will never really know, because the principal people that are the architects of floor crossing don't really disclose what was discussed.
I wonder, what is next for Poilievre? Is this going to affect his leadership vote in January? What do you think?
I don't think it'll affect the leadership vote. The national polling is another question. There's sort of two discussions here. But, Lauren, as far as the leadership vote that's happening in January in Calgary, I think Mr. Poilievre, barring some other disaster, is quite safe within the rank and file of the Conservative Party. Those who will attend, there's a selection process, a delegate selection process. You can be sure they're not going to stack the hall with people who would be voting against Mr. Poilievre, quite the opposite. And so I think that there's not much mystery as to what the outcome will be. I suspect it could be 80% or higher approval rating.
Okay, thank you for your insight, Peter. That is Peter MacKay, former Foreign Affairs Minister.
Thank you.